Battlezone 2 Combat Commander, an oldie goldie from yesteryear. This game asks one simple question: do you have what it takes to command combat? Only you, dear player, can answer that. Alternatively, I offer a second question: do you have what it takes to combat? A hybrid vehicular first-person shooter/RTS, this game leans towards the action side. I hope your dogfighting skills are up to snuff, soldier. You can ignore the single player. It's a fairly tedious sci-fi romp with nonsensical twists left and right. I'm no historian, but apparently they even retconned the plot from the first game, so there's not even a continuity, which is good for new players. It's always a daunting experience entering something that's already begun. Make it easy for us, will ya? The graphics are dated and murky. The sounds are a lot of jarring and crackle popping noises. The controls, they're muddy and unresponsive, propelled by an untamable sense of inertia. The X-axis responds slower than the Y, so turning is absurd, especially when you're in pilot mode without a ship. Quake 2 this is not. Still, this game possesses the charm of the underdog. 14 years after its release, one of the lead developers still has gone rogue and is developing patches for the game, including such game-boosting features as online co-op, optimizations across the board, new maps and vehicle variants. The game is only available for purchase through the second-hand market, and last I checked, it goes for about $40. So owning and playing this game online is like being part of a special club. Hey fellas, so that was the scripted portion of the review. Now it's the live portion. You know what I say? I always say do it live, folks. We'll do it live. So some of the fresh impressions on my mind are about this game. There's a lot of trolls and hackers. In fact, the developer who's patching this game, he's constantly spending half of his resources making things like ban lists and capabilities within the patch to deal with griefers. So there's a lot of griefing going on. But what's fun without frenzy? You have to have a little bit of chaos to enjoy things appreciably, I think. Sniping is a real problem too. A lot of the old school gamers who've been playing this game since its inception have ultra twitchy responses and have mastered how to snipe. So you can be driving around and all of a sudden you'll be dead inside your ship, which is another thing that kind of peeves me about the game. The AI pathfinding is a little bit weird. It's like they're always getting caught inside of the base and the units and not listening to your commands. And it kind of really destroys the whole experience because it's a strategy game. How can you? It's like you play a strategy game and your guys, they're just doing what they want to do. I don't understand it. You can't command in a situation like that. The dogfighting, like I said, is a key component of this game because the base building and scrap resource management is very basic. It's not very much of an RTS. There's an overlay view, but it's not very useful. Because it has bad responsivity as well. So it's a game with quirks and jerks, but it's the only game of its kind. So I recommend check it out. Check out the game. Have some fun occasionally, but make sure not to lose sleep over it, because some of these games that you'll be playing can end up going 3 hours long, and if you've got work the next morning, that's the number one priority. Not games. Games aren't the most important thing in the world. So have fun.